It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Got it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Go.
Right to the air goes Young. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Falcons will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. Check white. Ready, ready.
Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Blaster, stay. Come on, set. Ready, ready.
On play action, Young. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. First catch of the game for Diggs, and it's a first down.
Here we go, set.
To throw, Young. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Another try with Brooks. Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
Right.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready. Shot, 17. Blue striker. Ready.
They'll try and run it with Brooks. And he's going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Down. Set, cut.
We'll go once more with Brooks. And this will be a Panthers first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Hut, hut.
Young to throw on 1st down. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ready up. Black Ultra. Here we go. Drill green. Set.
Young gonna give it to Brooks. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
He fumbled the football. And the defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. from the 50. He'll set him to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Here's Logan Cook now. He's on for the second time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
Fury, yellow. Come on, set.
They'll motion over Samuel.
43 rail. Rail, yellow. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Ready. 10 cycle. Ready.
On 1st down is Young. He'll get that to his tight end. That's Ja'Tavion Sanders. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Let's go.
Give it up the middle to Brooks. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
Set. Ready.
Little play action with Young. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Down.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
White.
On 3rd down, here's Brooks. And they'll take it down to a 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
He'll tuck it and take off.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Ready, break.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set, hut.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Good drive to this point.
Here we go.
Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? He'll try and get there on the and he's in. Bryce Young, touchdown Carolina. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Panthers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short throw taken by Pitts. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. He'll drop to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Third and 5. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the shotgun. Young. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed.
And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. 18, right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And third down coming up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
Ready up.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Go.
Another run here for Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Here we go. Here we go. Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Quick throw here is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On the ready.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
A tight end in motion now.
Ready, go.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready.
From the gun, it's Young. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left.
And he's going to take this all the way home. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. Mevis good on the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Set, ready. Hut, go.
To throw, Young. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole. They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Third and 6.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Young. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Down.
A carry now for Brooks. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Let's go now. Hey, go steal. Hunt.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third and 9.
Set, hut. Eat old blue. Hey, red. Blaster, 6. Set, hut.
Here's Young to throw. He's got his man. That's Leggett. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first
Here we
and
go.
10.
Hut, hut.
Now Young. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Here we go. Here we go.
A second down throw for Young. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready, ready.
To throw is Young. Samuel has it on the slant.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Come on, set. Set.
They'll go. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned. And sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college. And I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Slice blue. Hut, hut.
A handoff. It's Brooks running right. And he will score. Game on. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. The PAT up and good. Panthers draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
They'll look to throw. To the left side in the hands of London. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Got it. Let's go.
Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Ready, ready. Set.
Man in motion, it's Diggs.
Black shot. Ready.
Give inside, it's Brooks. Good blocking to the 15. And he's finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets to the Panthers' 6-yard line. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal.
Ready, ready.
Young. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Let's go now. Hi. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard now?
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Here we go! Here we go!
On the give, it's Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. They face second down and 7.
Here we go! Set! Set go!
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Washington. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Got it. Ready?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
Let's go!
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
Set! Go!
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Go!
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Mevis good on the extra point. And the Falcons go up by 7, 28-21. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That's caught downfield by Diggs. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season.
Striker, 3. Here we go.
To throw is Young. He'll look deep here for Diggs. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look?
Yellow.
And they were ready, and they took him away.
Rail, yellow. Claws red. Ready.
Here we go. One final play. That one taken in, right side by Lee Gibb. Just trying to make something happen. And the ball's loose on the field. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Gets through, and now an opening. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Regular. Kings. Done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Regular. Done.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Hey, middle.
Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Mayfield. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy. 52 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You look at this Browns defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got the first down and more. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Good. Keys! What's that?
Mayfield on play action. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Mayfield looks to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense.
Touchdown! David Njoku with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are back within a score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and hitting everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The Ravens had 10-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
2nd down and 8.
Report!
Here's Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Sit on!
1st down, here's Mitchell.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! 180! What is it? Sit on!
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Webb. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens add 6 to their lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Romeo Doubs.
70 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The point after is good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a give, right side. Drummond. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing is Jackson. Going deep for Walker. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Pistol. Run. Regular. Point it right. Hey, alert. Done.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This will be caught. Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Shot.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. This is Walker. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Hey, report.
Jackson.
And Walker has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. Now Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for 28 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Chubb running right, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Romeo Doubs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
You are X.
To throw is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Webb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
180. Yo.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And Chubb try the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, alert 33.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
DC, ready? Middle.
On 1st down, Drummond. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Go right here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Run.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Mayfield now. That's caught left side by Judy. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Real.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And Walker has it.
He's got room at the 30.
And down to the 28-yard line.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
It's hauled in by Hardy. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Drummond. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule. Complete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, alert. Up. Real. Done.
Now Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Mayfield. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're underway on Sunday night. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Sprout in the air to start us off. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's a turnover, the defense has it. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
They go play action on first. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Short kick, just reaching the landing zone. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Completed to Collins. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Flushed out of the pocket. This will be caught by Parker.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Twelve.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Why Tony? Oh, Eric.
Man in motion out of the slot. From the gun, Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Hey, Uno Mars. 19 Texas.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Houston touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. 70 Lions. 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Pass play on 1st and 10. They don't get this complete to Mooney. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
19, Tiger, 19. Here we go, set.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. A quick 2nd score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Alert the hot.
Shotgun now, 1st round. That throw behind his intended target. Try and get in it to Nico Collins. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, uno. Bucky. Hey, south. Smash.
Here's Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Why, Tony.
Duvernay in motion left. Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He'll get it at the 9. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Falcons will take over. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They have third down and 8. Pass play coming here. That one's complete to London. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Play action on first down. Pitts brings it in. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now a fourth down staring right at him. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be Texans football. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Quick, right? 19 Texans.
Here's Stroud now. Dell's got it near the sideline. And he goes out of bounds just short of the 35. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Look the hot, look the hot. Buggy.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He's got this complete to James Cook. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Oh, hey, south. Why, Tony? Hey.
Stroud. And he gets it through the midfield stripe, but onto the Falcons side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Hits his running back. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
19 Texas.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
All right. 12.
They'll throw it again. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
No. 2J.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Finding Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Track 60. Ready? 19-9.
From the 34. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
They're going play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here we go.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons will have a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Falcons looking for a score just before the break. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Okay, ready?
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on. Set. Go.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's go.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's got it. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Look the hot, look the hot.
From the gun, Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 24 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Buggy. Hey, south. Tonight.
First down, Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Pass complete to Duvernay. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
Whoa. Speed left.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Receiver in motion, headed right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
The throw is caught.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Got Washington, it's complete. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
They go play action here. Taking a deep shot here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing from the gun. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. They are throwing it again. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it yet again. Shakes himself free. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down. Looking for a throw here. Got a man. It's London. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first.
Go, Reed, go. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
A toss now to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Here we go, set.
Throwing from the gun here. Cut near the goal line. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ah, what's that? Hey, uno Mars. 19 Texas. Set.
Throwing is Stroud. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Oh, ready? Look the hot.
Stroud to throw again on second. Catch made over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Buggy. Hey, south.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the quick, right?
Collins there to grab it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Right. Why Tony?
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. That's caught for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Oh, right. Buggy. 11. Hey, uno Mars. 19 Texas. Hey.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Rob it.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line.
Alert hot,
Offense in the hurry up here. Stroud off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll get this one to Parker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Here we go, baby. Let's go.
Working quickly here.
Down.
On play action, here's Stroud. Buying some time right. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He's going to field this at the 2. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
get this complete to Pitts. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fields this at the 19. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. He picks up 16 on the good return, and they'll get ready to go on offense. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying it left side with Cook. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Braylon Trice there to meet him. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. The Texans having to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, let's go. Hey.
From the 38. Throw right side. He takes a hop, and the ball comes out. And the Falcons scoop it up. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. The Falcons go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, Brock, we both know this. Some guys are only looking to make the tackle and end the play. Others, though, come in hunting for the football and forcing fumbles in hopes of getting exactly what we just saw.
And it can be tough for these receivers. A lot of times, they know contact is coming, but they don't always get to prepare for it because they don't always see it.
Yeah.
And these elite defenses, well, they view a completed pass as just another opportunity to create that kind of fumble and sometimes even a defensive touchdown.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
First down from the red zone. Connects with Cook. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Hey, south.
They'll send him over right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And in for the Houston touchdown. Texans facing a big play as they go for 2.
Oh, hey. Look the hot.
He's throwing for it! And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Man, this is so tough. You're near the goal line, not a lot of space for your receivers to work. The quarterback, got to have the agency to tuck it and run if need be, but sometimes not a lot of space to do that either.
Got to have the agency and got to have the urgency. The problem, Kate, is the defense right there was playing chess and you're playing checkers, and that's no place you want to be on offense.
First and 10 now from the 30.
go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the fourth quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's not going to help in that decision at all.
Here he is on 3rd and long. They did it! He made the interception! Alontae Taylor has it. And the Texans have some new life in the 4th.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
First down, Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans down by only 2 in the 4th. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Texans facing a big play as they go for 2.
Why, Tony?
Shotgun now for Stroud. And they draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Into the hands of Pitts.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On the jump.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll try and throw it here. Got Washington, it's complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Washington. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready? 70,
From the 34. that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Looking to throw. That's incomplete left side.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. He'll throw it. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on fourth down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. First and 10.
11.
From the gun, Stroud. Cook calls it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here we go.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans pushing to get within range for a game winner.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10.
Oh, ready.
Another one for Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, Uno Mars. On the quick, right? 19 taxi.
Back to throw. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
All right.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So now it's all up to Kaimi Fairbairn. It doesn't get much easier than this. The kick is good. He got it! And they've taken back the lead. So it's the Texans.